4th Dynasty, 2613 to 2494 before Common Era, Pharaoh Sneferu of the Old Kingdom. Sneferu, a pivotal figure in ancient Egyptian history, is renowned for his pioneering contributions to architecture, administration, and military expeditions. As the founder of the 4th Dynasty, Sneferu's reign marked a period of significant development and transformation. His architectural achievements, particularly the construction of pyramids, set a precedent for his successors and left an enduring legacy. Sneferu's era was a defining moment in the Old Kingdom, a time when Egypt was transitioning from the nascent stages of centralized power to a more mature and sophisticated state. His reign is often seen as a bridge between the experimental period of early pyramid construction and the perfection achieved under his successors. The ambitious architectural projects he undertook were not just about building monuments, but also about demonstrating the capabilities and reach of the Egyptian state. Sneferu's reign also coincided with significant advancements in administrative practices, which helped to streamline governance and resource management. These reforms were crucial in supporting the large-scale construction projects and military campaigns that characterized his rule. Additionally, Sneferu's efforts in foreign policy and trade significantly boosted Egypt's economy, fostering relationships with neighboring regions and securing vital resources for his kingdom. In the broader context of Egyptian history, Sneferu's contributions went beyond his lifetime. His architectural innovations, administrative reforms, and military strategies set standards that influenced future generations of pharaohs. The legacy of his reign is a testament to his vision and leadership, which laid the foundation for the grandeur and prosperity that Egypt would continue to experience in subsequent dynasties. Early life and ascendancy to the throne. Sneferu was born during the 3rd Dynasty, a time when Egypt was still consolidating its power and laying the foundations for future greatness. His parentage is debated among scholars, but it is generally accepted that his father was Huni, the last pharaoh of the 3rd Dynasty. Sneferu's mother was likely Mer-Sankh-I. His rise to power involved strategic marriages, notably to Hedefer's I, the daughter of Huni, which helped legitimize his claim to the throne. Sneferu's early life remains somewhat shrouded in mystery, with limited historical records detailing his formative years. However, it is evident that he was well prepared for kingship, receiving an education that encompassed the administrative, military, and religious knowledge necessary for a future pharaoh. His marriage to Hedefer's I not only solidified his political position, but also symbolized the unity and continuity between the 3rd and 4th dynasties. Upon Huni's death, Sneferu ascended to the throne, inaugurating the 4th Dynasty around 2613 Antes de la Era Commune. His reign, which lasted for approximately 24 years, was characterized by stability, prosperity, and significant advancements in various domains of Egyptian society. Sneferu's accession marked a new chapter in Egyptian history, as he embarked on an ambitious program of architectural, military, and administrative initiatives that would define his legacy. One of Sneferu's first acts as pharaoh was to continue the policies of his predecessors while also introducing his own reforms. He sought to strengthen the central authority of the pharaoh, reduce the power of regional governors, and implement new administrative practices that would enhance the efficiency of the state. These measures were crucial in supporting the large-scale projects that he envisioned, including the construction of monumental pyramids that would immortalize his name. Sneferu's early reign also saw efforts to secure and expand Egypt's borders through military campaigns and diplomatic initiatives. By establishing a strong and stable foundation, Sneferu set the stage for the accomplishments that would follow, ensuring that his reign would be remembered as one of the most significant in the history of ancient Egypt. Architectural innovations and pyramid building. Sneferu's most notable contributions to Egyptian civilization lie in his architectural achievements. He is credited with the construction of 3 major pyramids, each representing a distinct phase in the evolution of pyramid building techniques. The Meidum Pyramid. The Meidum Pyramid, initially started by Huni and later completed by Sneferu, marks the beginning of Sneferu's architectural endeavors. Located near the Fayum Oasis, this pyramid was initially designed as a step pyramid but later converted into a true pyramid with smooth sides. This transformation signifies Sneferu's ambition to perfect pyramid construction, although the pyramid eventually collapsed due to structural failures. The Meidum pyramid stands as a testament to the trial-and-error approach that characterized the early phases of pyramid building. Despite its ultimate failure, the pyramid provided valuable lessons in architectural engineering, influencing subsequent pyramid constructions. Sneferu's decision to convert the step pyramid into a true pyramid demonstrated his desire to innovate and push the boundaries of existing architectural knowledge. The transformation of the Meidum pyramid from a step pyramid to a true pyramid was an ambitious undertaking. The original structure consisted of 7 steps, which were later increased to 8. Sneferu's architects then filled in the steps to create smooth sides, marking an important step in the evolution of pyramid design. However, the conversion process introduced structural weaknesses that eventually led to the pyramid's collapse, possibly during Sneferu's lifetime or shortly after his death. Despite its collapse, the Meidum pyramid served as an experimental model that provided crucial insights into the engineering challenges associated with pyramid construction. The lessons learned from this project informed Sneferu's subsequent architectural endeavors, leading to significant advancements in pyramid design and construction techniques. The bent pyramid. Undeterred by the challenges faced at Meidum, Sneferu embarked on the construction of the bent pyramid at Dashur. This pyramid is unique due to its distinctive shape, with its sides bending inward approximately halfway up. The change in angle from a steep 54-degree incline to a more gradual 43-degree incline was likely an innovative response to prevent the structural issues encountered at Meidum. The bent pyramid showcases Sneferu's willingness to experiment and adapt. It also reflects his understanding of the importance of structural integrity in large-scale constructions. Despite its unconventional appearance, the bent pyramid is considered a significant milestone in the evolution of pyramid architecture. The pyramid's dual angles may have been an intentional design choice or a response to the discovery of structural instability during construction. The bent pyramid's unique shape has led to much speculation among historians and archaeologists. Some theories suggest that the change in angle was a deliberate design to prevent collapse, while others propose that it may have been intended to symbolize a transition or duality in Sneferu's reign. Regardless of the reason, the bent pyramid stands as a testament to Sneferu's innovative spirit and his determination to achieve architectural perfection. The construction of the bent pyramid involved significant advancements in engineering techniques. Sneferu's architects used a core structure of horizontal layers of limestone blocks, which provided greater stability compared to the vertical layers used in earlier pyramids. This innovation helped to distribute the weight of the pyramid more evenly, reducing the risk of collapse and ensuring the longevity of the structure. The Red Pyramid. Sneferu's crowning architectural achievement is the Red Pyramid, also located at Dashur. This pyramid, named after the reddish hue of its limestone blocks, is recognized as the first successful true pyramid with smooth sides. Standing at a height of approximately 105 meters, the Red Pyramid embodies the culmination of Sneferu's architectural innovations and serves as a precursor to the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by his son Khufu. The construction of the Red Pyramid demonstrates Sneferu's mastery of pyramid building techniques. The use of a shallower angle, 43 degrees, from the base to the apex ensured the pyramid's stability, avoiding the pitfalls of previous projects. The Red Pyramid's success solidified Sneferu's reputation as a master builder and set the stage for future generations of pyramid construction. The smooth sides of the Red Pyramid represented a significant advancement in architectural design, marking a transition from earlier step structures. The Red Pyramid's construction involved meticulous planning and execution. Sneferu's architects employed precise measurements and advanced engineering techniques to achieve the pyramid's perfect symmetry and stability. The pyramid's internal structure includes a series of corbelled chambers and passageways, designed to support the weight of the massive stone blocks and prevent collapse. The success of the Red Pyramid established a new standard for pyramid construction, influencing the design of future pyramids, including the Great Pyramid of Giza. Sneferu's architectural innovations had a profound impact on the development of Egyptian architecture, setting the stage for the monumental achievements of his successors. Military campaigns and expansion. Beyond his architectural accomplishments, Sneferu was also a formidable military leader. His reign saw numerous military campaigns aimed at expanding Egypt's influence and securing its borders. These campaigns were instrumental in consolidating Egypt's power and facilitating trade. Campaigns in Nubia. One of Sneferu's most notable military endeavors was his campaign in Nubia, a region rich in resources such as gold, copper, and exotic animals. The expedition into Nubia not only secured valuable resources for Egypt, but also established Egypt's dominance over the region. Sneferu's successful campaigns in Nubia laid the groundwork for future interactions between Egypt and its southern neighbor, fostering a complex relationship characterized by both conflict and cooperation. The Nubian campaigns were significant not only for their immediate economic benefits, but also for their long-term strategic importance. By securing control over Nubia, Sneferu ensured a steady supply of precious metals and other resources that were crucial for Egypt's economy. These resources supported Sneferu's ambitious construction projects and helped to fund the administrative and military apparatus of the state. The successful Nubian campaigns also demonstrated Sneferu's military prowess and his ability to project power beyond Egypt's borders. These campaigns involved large-scale military operations, including the deployment of troops and the construction of fortified outposts to secure newly conquered territories. The strategic importance of Nubia as a source of resources and a buffer zone against potential threats made it a focal point of Sneferu's military strategy. Expeditions to the Sinai Peninsula. Sneferu also launched expeditions to the Sinai Peninsula, a region known for its valuable turquoise and copper mines. These expeditions were crucial for Egypt's economy, providing essential materials for both construction and trade. The successful exploitation of Sinai's resources under Sneferu's reign enhanced Egypt's wealth and underscored the pharaoh's role as a provider and protector of his people. The Sinai expeditions involved significant logistical challenges, including the transportation of troops, supplies, and equipment across difficult terrain. Sneferu's ability to organize and execute these expeditions demonstrated his strategic acumen and his commitment to securing vital resources for Egypt. The copper and turquoise mined in Sinai were used in various industries, including construction, metallurgy, and jewelry making, contributing to the economic prosperity of Sneferu's reign. The successful Sinai expeditions also reinforced Egypt's presence and influence in the region. By establishing control over the Sinai Peninsula, Sneferu secured important trade routes and strengthened Egypt's position in the broader Near Eastern geopolitical landscape. The expeditions demonstrated Sneferu's ability to integrate military and economic strategies to achieve his objectives. Trade and diplomatic relations. In addition to military campaigns, Sneferu's reign was marked by active trade and diplomatic relations with neighboring regions. Evidence suggests that Egypt engaged in trade with the Levant, acquiring valuable goods such as cedar wood, oils, and wine. These trade relationships not only enriched Egypt but also facilitated cultural exchange, contributing to the development of Egyptian society. Sneferu's trade initiatives were instrumental in fostering economic growth and stability. By establishing trade networks with neighboring regions, Sneferu ensured a steady flow of essential goods and resources into Egypt. The cedar wood imported from the Levant, for example, was highly valued for its use in construction and shipbuilding, while the oils and wine contributed to the luxury goods market. The diplomatic relationships cultivated by Sneferu helped to maintain peaceful relations with neighboring states and secure alliances that were beneficial to Egypt's strategic interests. These diplomatic efforts involved the exchange of gifts, the establishment of formal treaties, and the organization of diplomatic missions. Sneferu's ability to navigate the complex web of regional politics demonstrated his diplomatic skill and his commitment to securing Egypt's place in the broader geopolitical landscape. Administrative reforms and governance. Sneferu's reign was also characterized by significant administrative reforms that strengthened the central authority and improved the efficiency of governance. His administrative policies laid the foundations for a more organized and centralized state, which would be further developed by his successors. Centralization of power. One of Sneferu's key administrative reforms was the centralization of power. By consolidating authority in the hands of the pharaoh and his appointed officials, Sneferu reduced the influence of regional governors and ensured greater control over the entire kingdom. This centralization of power was crucial for maintaining stability and implementing large-scale projects, such as pyramid construction. Sneferu's centralization efforts involved the reorganization of the administrative structure, including the appointment of loyal officials to key positions within the government. These officials were responsible for overseeing various aspects of governance, from resource management and taxation to military affairs and public works. By centralizing authority, Sneferu ensured that the policies and initiatives of the state were carried out efficiently and effectively. The centralization of power also allowed Sneferu to respond more swiftly to internal and external challenges. With a more streamlined administrative structure, Sneferu could mobilize resources and coordinate efforts across the kingdom to address issues such as food shortages, labor disputes, and security threats. This centralized approach to governance contributed to the overall stability and prosperity of Sneferu's reign. Development of the bureaucracy. Under Sneferu's reign, the Egyptian bureaucracy became more structured and efficient. The creation of specialized administrative positions and departments allowed for better management of resources and more effective implementation of royal policies. This development of the bureaucracy facilitated the smooth functioning of the state and contributed to the overall prosperity of Egypt during Sneferu's reign. The bureaucratic reforms introduced by Sneferu included the establishment of new administrative offices and the appointment of skilled officials to oversee various functions of the state. These officials were responsible for tasks such as tax collection, resource allocation, and the supervision of public works projects. The development of a more organized and efficient bureaucracy helped to ensure that the state's resources were used effectively and that the needs of the population were met. Sneferu's reforms also included the standardization of administrative practices and record-keeping. This standardization helped to improve communication and coordination within the government, ensuring that policies and directives were implemented consistently across the kingdom. The development of a more efficient bureaucracy contributed to the overall stability and prosperity of Sneferu's reign. Economic policies. Sneferu's economic policies were geared towards enhancing Egypt's wealth and ensuring the welfare of its citizens. His military campaigns and trade expeditions brought invaluable resources, while his administrative reforms ensured their efficient distribution and utilization. Sneferu's emphasis on economic prosperity is evident in the numerous construction projects and public works initiated during his reign, which provided employment and improved living standards for the Egyptian people. Sneferu's economic policies included measures to increase agricultural productivity and improve the management of natural resources. By investing in irrigation projects and agricultural infrastructure, Sneferu ensured a stable food supply for the population and created surplus resources that could be used for trade and storage. These measures contributed to the overall economic stability of Egypt and supported the ambitious construction projects that characterized Sneferu's reign. Sneferu's economic policies also included efforts to promote trade and commerce. By establishing trade relationships with neighboring regions and securing valuable resources through military expeditions, Sneferu enhanced Egypt's economic prosperity. The influx of resources and wealth from these trade and military initiatives supported the development of infrastructure, public works, and cultural projects, contributing to the overall prosperity of the kingdom. Religious and cultural contributions. Sneferu's reign also saw significant developments in the religious and cultural spheres. As a pharaoh, Sneferu was not only a political and military leader, but also a religious figure who played a central role in the spiritual life of his people. Religious innovations. Sneferu's architectural projects were closely linked to his religious beliefs and practices. The construction of pyramids, in particular, was seen as a means of ensuring the pharaoh's divine status and guaranteeing his eternal life. Sneferu's pyramids were accompanied by elaborate mortuary temples and complexes, which served as centers of worship and ritual activity. The integration of religious and architectural innovations under Sneferu's reign reflects the pharaoh's role as an intermediary between the gods and his people. By constructing monumental structures that demonstrated his piety and devotion, Sneferu reinforced his divine legitimacy and strengthened the religious foundation of his rule. Sneferu's religious innovations also included the development of new rituals and practices associated with the construction and maintenance of pyramids. These rituals were designed to ensure the proper worship of the gods and the eternal protection of the pharaoh's soul. The construction of mortuary temples and other religious structures around the pyramids provided a focal point for religious activity and reinforced the pharaoh's role as a divine ruler. The religious significance of Sneferu's architectural projects extended beyond his own reign. The innovations introduced by Sneferu influenced the religious practices and architectural designs of subsequent pharaohs, contributing to the development of Egyptian religious and cultural traditions. Sneferu's emphasis on the divine nature of the pharaoh and the importance of monumental architecture in religious practice left a lasting legacy that shaped the spiritual life of ancient Egypt. Patronage of arts and culture. In addition to his architectural achievements, Sneferu was a patron of the arts and culture. His reign saw the flourishing of various artistic and cultural expressions, from sculpture and painting to literature and music. The emphasis on artistic excellence during Sneferu's reign not only enhanced the cultural richness of Egypt, but also served as a means of glorifying the pharaoh and his accomplishments. Sneferu's patronage of the arts included the commissioning of numerous statues, reliefs, and other works of art that depicted the pharaoh and his achievements. These works of art were often placed in temples, palaces, and other public spaces, where they served to reinforce the pharaoh's divine status and celebrate his accomplishments. The artistic style and techniques developed during Sneferu's reign influenced the development of Egyptian art for centuries to come. Sneferu's reign also saw the development of literature and music. The creation of hymns, prayers, and other literary works that celebrated the pharaoh and the gods played an important role in the religious and cultural life of ancient Egypt. These literary works were often performed during religious ceremonies and other public events, contributing to the cultural richness of the kingdom. The emphasis on artistic excellence and cultural expression during Sneferu's reign reflects the pharaoh's commitment to the development of a rich and vibrant cultural life. By supporting the arts and culture, Sneferu not only enhanced the cultural richness of Egypt, but also reinforced his own divine status and celebrated his achievements. Legacy and influence. Sneferu's reign left an indelible mark on the history of ancient Egypt. His architectural innovations, military campaigns, administrative reforms, and cultural contributions laid the foundations for the achievements of subsequent pharaohs and established the Fourth Dynasty as a period of unparalleled prosperity and greatness. Architectural legacy. Sneferu's pioneering efforts in pyramid construction set the stage for the architectural achievements of his successors. The lessons learned from the Meidum, Bent, and Red pyramids informed the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most iconic and enduring symbols of ancient Egypt. Sneferu's legacy as a master builder is evident in the continued evolution of pyramid architecture throughout the Old Kingdom and beyond. The architectural innovations introduced by Sneferu influenced the design and construction techniques used by his successors. The development of the true pyramid with smooth sides, as exemplified by the Red Pyramid, represented a significant advancement in pyramid construction. This innovation set the standard for the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza and other monumental structures built by subsequent pharaohs. Sneferu's architectural legacy also extended to the development of religious and mortuary complexes. The integration of temples, causeways, and other structures into the pyramid complexes provided a model for the construction of similar complexes by later pharaohs. These complexes served as centers of religious and cultural activity, reinforcing the pharaoh's divine status and celebrating his achievements. Military and economic impact. Sneferu's military campaigns and trade expeditions had a lasting impact on Egypt's economy and its relations with neighboring regions. By securing valuable resources and establishing trade networks, Sneferu ensured the prosperity of his kingdom and set a precedent for future military and economic initiatives. The military strategies and tactics developed by Sneferu influenced the conduct of military campaigns by subsequent pharaohs. Sneferu's successful campaigns in Nubia and Sinai demonstrated the importance of securing valuable resources and establishing control over strategic territories. These campaigns provided a model for the conduct of military operations and the integration of military and economic strategies. The economic policies introduced by Sneferu, including the promotion of trade and the development of infrastructure, contributed to the overall prosperity of Egypt. These policies supported the ambitious construction projects that characterized Sneferu's reign and laid the foundations for the economic stability and growth of subsequent dynasties. The successful exploitation of resources and the development of trade networks provided a steady flow of wealth and resources into the kingdom, supporting the development of infrastructure, public works, and cultural projects. Cultural and religious influence. Sneferu's patronage of the arts and his emphasis on religious practices had a profound impact on the cultural and spiritual life of ancient Egypt. The artistic and religious innovations introduced during his reign continued to influence Egyptian culture for centuries. The artistic style and techniques developed during Sneferu's reign set the standard for subsequent periods of Egyptian art. The emphasis on realism and detail in sculpture and relief work influenced the development of artistic traditions that celebrated the pharaoh and the gods. These artistic traditions were reflected in the creation of statues, reliefs, and other works of art that depicted the pharaoh and his achievements. Sneferu's religious innovations, including the development of new rituals and practices associated with pyramid construction, influenced the religious practices of subsequent pharaohs. The integration of religious and architectural innovations provided a model for the construction of monumental structures and the worship of the gods. These religious practices reinforced the divine status of the pharaoh and celebrated his achievements, contributing to the overall spiritual life of ancient Egypt. Conclusion: Pharaoh Sneferu, a visionary leader and master builder, laid the foundations for the prosperity and greatness of the Fourth Dynasty. Sneferu's enduring legacy is reflected in the continued influence of his innovations and accomplishments on the development of Egyptian civilization. Through his architectural prowess, Sneferu transformed the landscape of ancient Egypt, pioneering techniques that would culminate in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. His military expeditions expanded Egypt's influence and secured valuable resources, while his administrative reforms ensured the efficient functioning of the state. Sneferu's patronage of the arts and dedication to religious practices enriched the cultural and spiritual life of his people, leaving an indelible mark on the history of Egypt. As a master builder, visionary leader, and cultural patron, Sneferu's legacy transcends the boundaries of time, continuing to inspire awe and admiration. His reign represents a defining moment in the history of ancient Egypt, a period of unparalleled innovation, prosperity, and cultural flourishing that set the stage for the achievements of his successors and the enduring greatness of Egyptian civilization. Sneferu's contributions to architecture, military strategy, administration, and culture laid the foundations for the development of a sophisticated and prosperous state, influencing the course of Egyptian history for centuries to come.